got a little preseason action so far, a good bit of practices. What encourages you most about the team so far?
Well, early on, I think there's a good work ethic to the team. I also think that they have a decent connection this time of year. We haven't faced too much adversity. We've had some good training sessions, so I think in general I'm pleased with where we are, but we got a long way to go, as you know. Most coaches will tell you that, but if it's a good group, I always enjoy coaching them. So far I'm enjoying it.
You still got a lot more to see, but do you see some strengths of the team developing, or your impressions from the guys you brought in and returning?
Honestly, I think the strength of this group is their willingness to learn and their coachability. So if that stays intact throughout the year, who knows? We could do some pretty good things. But again, that's my privilege to have that kind of student athlete with me, the guy that's going to listen and learn, and then we see how he develops.
How neat is it to have two preseason all-conference guys on your team? I know one's battling for position, but to have representation on that, what does that mean to the program?
Yeah, and I think it's always good. And again, those two guys having the type of character they do, they take it for what it's worth. It's a prediction of how they're going to do, and now it's up to them to how they produce. And so I know that they look at it as a compliment, but they also look at it as for a challenge to themselves to live up to it. So for me, that'll be fun to watch them kind of push themselves through that.
I know how you are, your coaching staff's mentality. You like the best test that you guys can get, and you're going to get them early and often this year. Talk about the schedule a little bit.
Yeah, I'd use the term, was I stupid or stubborn to schedule something like that, but honestly, I like challenges. I like to play the highest level because that's where we want to head, and we look at it as something that will challenge us, but it's not like we haven't faced pro teams, and that's not like we haven't built ourselves to prepare to play those type of things. So these teams early are going to be fun, but we look at them as just name brands, not really who they are. We're going to go in and we're going to try to execute. We're going to try to lay our mentality down and the way we want to play and see how it goes.
You guys got a year under your belt here as a staff. You got a lot of players back from last year. How much does that benefit you guys going into this year, not having to start fresh?
Yeah, I think we have talent, we have discipline, and we have coachability. What we don't have is a lot of experience. Mm-hmm. So that's something I can't teach. It's something they've got to get on their own. So that's the question mark for us: how we handle these new challenges and how we handle as a group the adversity we're going to be confronted with, and again, be excited about who we are and who we can become.
That signing class was amazing that you guys pulled in. I mean, are there a good group out of those guys that can contribute right away?
Oh yeah. We expect that there'll be contributions by a number of that class right off the get-go, and they expect it as well. They think that they came in for the right reason I was brought in to be a contributing member, and that's who I'm going to be.
Now, offensively, how do you see things coming together? What's the potential there?
Again, my style is to basically kind of throw it at you and see how the other team reacts to us coming at you constantly. So we have some pieces that I think can do it in a lot of different places. I think the formations we'll put together will hopefully be something that was conducive for more goals. But there are a lot of guys that can contribute, and I think that they all know that they can score, and we'll see how they shape up in that formation and how they contribute in that formation.
Yeah, and defensively, you got some pieces to shape up. How's that going, and what are your impressions going into the season of your defense?
Been really surprised with some of the freshmen and their work ethic, and also just what they've learned so far. The big thing I like about the back group and the defensive group is they're very responsible kids. They want to do the right things, and they want to make sure they take their job seriously, and they'll do half another job if they need to. But for me, that's rare. But as a defensive group, that's my promise, is that they're showing me some real promise in that area, that they will do the things that need to be done.
Heading into a season, everybody wants to know a few names of who do you think could be a breakout player or has a lot of potential to contribute a lot. Do you have a collection of those names you could give us?
I will tell you something. I'm not a big guy for throwing out a name early. I'm not early in predictions. What I like to do is see how they come out and be really proud of who the guys that come out. But there are a lot. You could go through the list of them, and you probably could do it yourself. There's some talented kids there, and the pressures they put on themselves are already probably enough. I don't like to make predictions, so sorry, I won't give you that one.
Gotcha.
All right.
One you could probably answer is, what's the vibe? How's the excitement around the team, as the preseason kind of shapes up here?
At this time of year, it's always everybody's kind of happy, they're enjoyable, they have a lot of belief in themselves, and then they get tested, and then it's how we react to those tests. So right now it's a great camp. They're a good group of guys. I'm enjoying it, they're enjoying it, and I look forward to really getting after it and getting these tests under our belt, and then see how we really grow as a team.